On this page, I'm not going to solve any of the long division problems. I'm only going to guide you in setting them up, and you've got the rest on your own. I've got 4 of them that I'd like to help you sign. I've got 4 of them. I'd like to go through the process of setting them up with you. The rest, I want you to just follow the lead and follow what you've been doing. I want to make sure that we nail this skill so that you've got it before I let you go off and fly free. So that's why we're doing this lesson kind of a lot. We'll start with this first one. Notice it's already been set up, but I want to talk about it. Notice this is the divisor. The divisor always comes after the division symbol, and it's the number that you're dividing by. It goes here and it goes here. And for this skill, I've tended to make it a bold number. So this number has 2 digits to the right of the decimal. So to make it whole, we move it 2 places. 42 doesn't have a decimal in it. So that means you understand that it's right here. So when you move it 2 places, you end up adding 2 zeros. So 1, 2. So now you can move the decimal 2 places. So you can go ahead and divide this. Down to the middle section, in the very middle of the paper, we'll set this one up. I don't know why I'm doing this one. This is a pretty simple one. Maybe I'll do the next one too. I always change my mind in the midst of my lessons. We'll do both of these. So in order to make this a whole number, you move the decimal over 1 place. If you move it 1 place there to make this a whole number, that means you should also move it over 1 place here. That will still be a decimal though. It will become 2.55. Now you are free to divide. Next one. This has 2 digits to the right of the decimal. So to make it a whole number, you'll move it 1, 2 places. This one will also have to be moved 2 places because of that. So I'm going to let the sign. I'm going to start setting this up over here. Now I can only move the decimal 1 place before I run out of digits. So I move it 1 place and then I'll add a 0. So that gives me 2, 3, 1, 0. So you may either want to put your 11, fit them in one box, or you'll want to add another part of the grid. In retrospect, I should have put the other 1 right here so that I could have fit it all in. I didn't think that through. Anyhow, the important thing is you've got it set up. When you do, it ends up being 2,310 divided by 11. Down here for our final 2. We are dividing by 800ths, so we'll need to move the decimal 2 places. 1, 2, and that becomes 8. In order to move this decimal 2 places, we'll have to add a 0. That becomes 1,920. Now that one is set up for you. And the final one is this, 3 divided by 2 1/2, or 2 5/10. We'll move this over 1 place. Then we'll have to move this decimal over 1 place. So now we have, let's see, where should I put this? 25 into, you know what? I'm going to do this a little bit differently because you'll want to keep dividing this one out. You're going to end up having to add at least a 0 and at least 1 decimal after this, divide it out so that there's no remainder. So go ahead and finish this page. And after that, or after you finish, after we do this lesson, then you can go on. I'm not going to go through a lot of trouble on this one for you. There's not a whole lot on here, and it's pretty simple. I would like to go over the example though. You have 1 2/10 divided by 3/10. Notice here, this is your divisor, and in order to make it a whole number, you move it over one place. Most of these, the decimal just has to be moved one place. You can see there are 2 where it needs to be moved 2 places. So when I move that over one place, then I move this one over one place, and I'll end up with 2 whole numbers. This becomes 3 into 12. And that's pretty simple, 4. Notice they put 4.0. Well, you can do that too. 4.0 is 4.00000000000. You can put infinite numbers after that decimal, but it's still 4. So that's how you can be sure that O is 3. When you find the answers, you take a ruler and you connect the dot to the answer, and the number it runs through or crosses, that's the answer. Go enjoy.